Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 15th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, got the dogs all outside, jumped in the hot tub for a little bit, got my soak on, wife got off to work, got back in, got the dogs all fed and medicated, all that wrapped up and taken care of, and keeping that all straight and organized, and don't want to mess it up, so kind of always something that's fun to do. So got that taken care of. Chilling out for the morning, and hardly before the day even got started, started raining. I was like, that kind of sucks. So I looked at the radar, just kind of being nosy and stuff, see where it was. And the radar was like rotating and spinning. It looked like a little mini hurricane. Like it was just crazy torrential downpour, and it would rain some and pour like hell, then it'd rain some more. It usually around here, it pours really hard, then it stops, and it's good for the day. But it rained all damn day. Like it was still raining at 2 o'clock, and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So the dogs were miserable. The backyard was flooding. I had like 6 inches of water in my backyard. Water was coming halfway up my patio. And my patio, I put a 2-inch slope on it, on a 12-foot spat that I had poured. And the guy's like, that's too much. I'm like, I want it all to drain off. Like when I hose it off, I wanna make sure it drains good. I don't want any sitting, water on my patio. So definitely that's what I want. And the guy's like, okay, that's what you want, we'll do it. And it worked out great. Plus, this way it gives me a little more of a gauge of how high the water level is coming up, because every time it comes out a foot, it's like 1/4 inch, so I know how high the water's getting. So works out really good. And then I also left it an inch or two, I forgot what my rain said, but either an inch or two below my actual lanai patio, my house foundation. So I have an extra gap there. He's like, no, you want it level. And I'm like, no, I don't. I want this. It'll keep leaves and stuff from blowing up into my patio more. I've got a bunch of reasons why I want this. The guy was telling me I was crazy, and I love every damn ounce of it. So super glad I did it that way. But went ahead and had that rocked out, which did make it a little harder for this job, because you couldn't just run a screed across the top to level it out with the old one. But I don't care. I paid you. Do it what I want. So we got that done. And then with it just ran like hell, we spent a lot of time inside because it was storming like crazy out there. Dogs were miserable. So I was like, yeah, what are you gonna do? So we did get a little bit done, not too much. And then went ahead, finally came time to take my father-in-law to physical therapy. So we leave here about 2:30, and it's still drizzling a little bit, and my front driveway is, the north side holds a little more water than the south side does. So the south side, it's 6 inches apart across, you step over it. The north side driveway is probably, 3 feet, 4 feet wide, and it's a few inches deep, just the way it's settled over the years. And my father-in-law just walks up and just walks straight through it, don't give a shit, just walks right straight through the big ass puddle, and mentioned about how much it's been raining and yada yada yada. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, I had to walk right through a puddle right here. And I'm like, well, you could have just taken the width of a 2-car driveway, so I don't know, 12 feet, 20 feet, walked 20 feet to the south, and then stepped over the puddle. You wouldn't have had wet feet right now. 2, you could have just stood out by the road. I could have pulled it to you. Or 3, stood in your driveway and said, hey, look, there's a giant puddle right there across the road. Please pull your car out past the puddle and I'll get in, which would have been completely fine as well. But hey, sometimes people don't think very well. So that was all good to go. I got the dogs all put up so I could take him to physical therapy. So I went and dropped him off. And it was still drizzling a little bit, not too bad. Went get my run in. And for the most part, I'd say it was not raining. It did drizzle here and there, but it wasn't too bad. Got back from my run and got a call saying he was done with his physical therapy. So went over, picked him up, brought him back home, and then kind of rained a little off and on, and eventually the water started subsiding. And at that point, it wasn't too bad. Grabbed a shower, wife got home from work, trying to figure out what we're gonna do for dinner, and I got the dogs all fed, and we decided just to do whatever we wanted. I did soup, she did burritos, I think, whatever. So kind of a fend for yourself evening. And I think the rainy, crappy day, not seeing the sun really all day, messed with my brain, and I felt whooped and exhausted, and just, I don't know, I felt beat up kind of thing is kind of what I felt, but it is what it is. So yeah, got a couple of little things done there. We got down to dinner, and I was like, man, I need to just go to bed. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm so tired. But I knew if I did, it would screw me for the next day. So, because I would have slept for a few hours, then up at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, then been awake the rest of the day, and it would have just really screwed up my routine. So, fought through it, went outside, let the dogs play outside. At that point, the yard had mostly drained out. So, they were able to run around and have a good time. Had myself a nice little cigar, watched some YouTube, and then wrapped it up, headed in, watched Little Frasier, which actually was the same episode we started to watch last night, and where my wife lost consciousness apparently last night was 3 minutes and 13 seconds in is how long she stayed awake in last night's episode. So we just started the whole episode over again and said hell with it, and watched it in 3 minutes and 13 seconds. She was snoring. So we watched that episode, and the next thing I know, we started chatting about stuff and started talking about things and that, because apparently she can't talk to me at 8 o'clock at night. She has to wait till midnight to talk to me. So it's now 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, I was so exhausted today. We really should be asleep. You should stop talking. We should go to sleep. She couldn't sleep. And then she was rustling around and whatever and whatnot. And it kind of is what it is. So, but yeah, that's how it happens. For some reason, I don't know what it is in her life, but she seems to only want to talk to me like super late at night or laying in bed in the dark. So I'm never going to turn down a chance to talk to my wife, especially when something about a little more deep, a little more intimate, a little more whatever. I definitely am going to give up sleep to talk to her about that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. She asked what I would think if she said she wanted to go on a cruise by herself, and I'm like, I'd help you book it. Like, what the hell? Like, I'd be awesome. Like, I'd be worried about you and just for your safety and stuff. Like, somebody do something bad to you and whatnot. But I'm like, go for it. Like, have fun. Go with friends. Go with by yourself. Whichever you want to do. I don't care. Like, if that's what you want, go rock it out. You know. And I said something about, what if I went on a cruise? She goes, well, I'd want to go on a cruise with you. And I'm like, what the fuck? How does that work? Like, I was laughing like, that's dumb. And she goes, well, I like to cruise. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't. But like, what the hell? So she was like, back and forth. So I don't know. Hopefully she'll book a cruise. We're going to bring it up to her again tomorrow. Remind her of that fact that she should, if she has some thoughts of that, just go. Like, who cares? Because there's a good chance I may say, screw it, and just go take a trip on a motorcycle and just take off for a week or two, whatever, also. And she sure as hell ain't gonna want to do that. So I am not one of those ones that if you're having fun, I have to have fun also. I'll stay home, take care of the house, the dogs, and everything else, and then you can go have your good time. But don't be shitty to me if I want to have a good time, because one of the things I'm trying to do is realize that a lot of the high activity stuff I want to do, she's never going to want to do. And originally when we got together, she talked like she was wanting to do that stuff, and then it's shown that she does not. So if I want to continue an active lifestyle, which I do until I die, I need to start doing that shit, regardless if it's with her or not, or if I'm by myself. I need to do it, because I've been pushing the opposite, having a real bad mental disorder of, I feel like if there's somebody in my life, I'm not allowed to have fun unless they're having fun in the same way at the exact same time. And I'm really working on that whole process of, if you don't want to have fun, but I do, I shouldn't feel bad about wanting to go have fun just because you don't want to have fun the way I do. So yeah, I got to figure that shit out. It's mentally taxing, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys. Oh, then we got done, watched the after Frasier stuff, talked forever. Finally rolled over. I was able to get some sleep, but it was 2:30, something like that. It was ridiculously late. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.